Turn off the AC. There we go. Hello and welcome to our latest unboxing. We are here today with name tags. I don't know if you can read them, but mine says Eliza and Amber's says Amber. And we're really excited. They're made with our very own button maker. And today we have a whole bunch of stuff, like a pile of stuff that we're going to go through. And it's going to include DVDs, audiobooks, and then adult books. Of all types.
So we have everything.
Everything. Yeah, and we'll try to go through, especially the audiobooks, we'll try to go through pretty fast, just so.
This first?
So it's not fast. DVDs first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we have 2 copies of Long Shot, which is really good because I never saw it and really wanted to see it. Super funny with Seth Rogen and Charlize Theron.
You got really good reviews.
Charlize Theron, yeah.
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 Capernaum. It's about a, where does it take place? It's in Arabic.
Okay.
It's about a child who lives on the street and ends up in jail. Whoa, and ends up doing a trial against his parents? That sounds really intense.
For giving him life?
For giving birth to him, maybe in a world that is hard.
Maybe you don't want to give anyone ideas.
It says an emotional powerhouse. Yeah.
All is True. Well, Judi Dench is in it, so it's probably going to be pretty good. Human story behind a dark and little known period in the life of William Shakespeare in 1613. That's interesting. And Ian McClellan, I didn't even see him there. And Kenneth Branagh. How do you say it? Branagh? Branagh. Good actors.
Good actors, yeah. That's like A-list. Dumbo has finally come. It took a really long time to come for some reason. I guess it was out of stock. So we have people who are eagerly awaiting Dumbo.
I never saw it. It looks a little bit too kind of sad and creepy.
I was definitely one of those people who was super traumatized by the cartoon version as a kid. It was just too upsetting for me. So let's do these books and then we'll put the audiobooks aside and see if there's any matches. Okay.
Oh, Inconspicuous Consumption, the environmental impact you don't know you have. It's kind of like a hard to read title by Tatiana
I kind of like it aesthetically, but it is a little hard to read.
Basically looking at climate change and environmental pollution and how they're involved in like everyday life. So bringing it home more.
It's a different tone. Umami Bomb, and this is a vegetarian cookbook. 75 vegetarian recipes that explode with flavor, and I really like the colors. Like, it just looks like a fun cookbook, and there's tons of pictures inside.
And this woman who wrote it, the author, is it Raquel Pelzel? She did something else that we have. Ooh. Her name looks very familiar.
Beets. I'm always looking for something to do with my beets.
That's it. Meatless pan dinners.
Sheet pan cauliflower. Oh, I will totally take this home.
It's kind of interesting. Looks like the kind of stuff that you would make. Are these all audio?
I think these are all audio.
Oh my goodness.
So we'll sort of put them aside and then see if we have any matches.
Good idea. And we'll open the book that's underneath, or the box that's underneath it. I already see one. And he must be in there. Patterson in there?
Is Patterson? No, I don't think so.
Because we've got a Patterson here.
Oh.
The Inn, which I just put on hold for a patron the other day.
You're a lucky winner.
James Patterson and Candace Fox. It says in like very light gray lettering, so you won't see it. But it's a Patterson book, so.
And in a similar note, we have the new CJ box, The Bitterroots, another thriller.
Some really good ones in here. 3 Women by Lisa Taddeo. Why does this... Yeah, I've heard of this. It's a true story about the sex lives of 3 real American women based on nearly a decade of reporting. I think this is kind of popular right now. It's like gaining steam.
Yeah. That's always a good... I always feel like it's good for the books that are published and then like sort of like snowball. Speaking of a book that's snowballed, we have Where the Crawdads Sing. This is our second copy, but this book has just been insanely popular.
Like thousands of holds.
I think it's blown any other book out of the water. Like I remember when Michelle Obama's book, I thought that was the most holds ever, but this is like twice as many. It's crazy. Yeah. And I got the audiobook too. So second copy, audiobook.
Cool. Now we have Stuart Woods. Contraband. This looks kind of like every other cover for his book, but people love his books. More Stone Barrington.
Good Girl, Bad Girl, suspense thriller. Oh.
Sometimes you don't recognize a bad girl until it's too late.
Yeah, it seems like they find a girl who doesn't have an identity and then they have to figure out what happens.
Ben Coes, the Russian. He is like...
Wow, that is an intense cover photo. Oh my gosh.
America has a new hero in the latest thriller from Ben Coes. Huh. Oh, Navy SEALs, CIA, that kind of book.
Susan Wiggs, The Osterville Sewing Circle. I like the unboxing when we go from like one type of book to like a totally different type of book.
CIA to Sewing Circle.
Oh, and this one like anyways. A woman comes back to her own hometown with her children. It sounds like her husband is no longer involved, and then I don't know, her small town has changed and she works in a sewing shop.
Chances Are by Richard Russo, and we don't...
Oh yeah, I forgot to check.
No. Oh, he won a Pulitzer Prize for something else. For Empire Falls.
Mm-hmm.
It's
this book also has a lot of holds.
It's about the abiding yet baffling and complex power of friendship. That doesn't sound bad, actually. It takes place on Martha's Vineyard. Yeah.
He's really popular locally. Kristan Higgins, Life and Other Inconveniences. That's sort of a great title. And this is like, I think this is not super heavy.
Doesn't look it. There's a dog on the front, so how heavy can it be?
Yeah, it sounds like it's about her relationship with her grandmother.
This looks fun. Oh, I'm definitely reading this. You've Been Volunteered by Laurie Gelman. She wrote Class Mom, which I thought was hilarious and so good.
It made me really glad we don't have class moms at our school.
Oh my god, yes. Yeah.
The Last Book Party. Oh.
It's intriguing.
The cover, sort of arty. Summer of 1987. Aspiring writer. And, and she gets invited to a summer gathering of a famed New Yorker writer. But then she realizes the literary world she so desperately wanted to be part of is not what it seemed. And look, it has a map.
Go figure.
Oh, it looks like it takes place on the Cape.
The Man Who Sold America. Oh, nonfiction by Joy Ann Reid. Trump and the Unraveling of the American Story. It's a really good picture of her on the back.
That's a great picture.
And it's just what you would think that it is. Insightful, calculating the price of the Trump presidency.
Another suspense thriller type book, Sandra Brown, Outfox.
Catherine Coulter's Labyrinth. She comes out with new things pretty regularly. It's a FBI thriller. It's part of the series.
And last one has a match with the audiobooks. The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware. And I have, even though this just barely came out, I already listened to the audiobook because once I started listening, I was like completely obsessed and just couldn't stop.
The Cabin 10? Cabin something. What was that book?
Yeah, The Woman in Cabin 10. That actually I think is like the least favorite. I read all of her books and that's my least favorite. But still good. They're all good.
I'm just looking at the back.
Yeah.
Well, what was the more recent one? Was that good?
The Death of Mrs. Westaway. I liked the death. I listened to them all on audio, and I really like. She has the same woman read them all, and I really like her as a reader. And Imogen Church is her reader. So this one is basically, it's kind of, I guess, I've never read Henry James' Turn of the Screw, but I guess it's sort of a similar premise where like a nanny goes to a house in Scottish Highlands, and it's like, seems like it's haunted, and she's trying to figure out what's going on. So, and she's writing letters from prison, so you know that things don't go well for her. So it's dark, but again, like if you're just looking for something that you can really just like dig into.
So should we go over the rest of the audiobooks?
Yeah, I think all of these are books
that we have
already.
This one's super popular, The Noble Boys.
I'll just throw them on the floor.
The book at least is super popular.
Lock Every Door. Oh, I read this. Haha, how quickly we forget that I read it like 2 weeks ago. And it was good. Suspense thriller. It's about a woman working as a house sitter in a really exclusive like apartment building in New York City.
Lady in the Lake by Laura Lippman. I'm sure we have this book. Pretty sure we have this book.
Denise Mina, Conviction. We definitely have this one. This is a mystery, I think. Or no, she's a mystery writer, and this is a, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, this looks like more of a thriller.
The New Girl by Daniel Silva. We have this. I mean, I think it's checked out, but we own it.
One Good Deed by David Baldacci.
Beneath the Tamarind Tree. We definitely have this book. We got it a little while ago, I think.
A Better Man by Louise Penny. I feel like Louise Penny is like our library's favorite author. Like we have more big Louise Penny fans at this library.
And then A Dangerous Man by Robert Crace. We do have this. I think we've had it for a while. The book.
Is that another box or an empty box?
There's a box over here. I don't know.
You thought we were going to finish, but we're never going to finish.
Oh, yeah, there's more stuff in here.
We can handle this. There's only like...
Go ahead.
Yeah. Making Space Clutter-Free. We can like literally never have enough of these books, which is kind of ironic because
it's supposed to be like a clutter-free. Yeah.
So this is, maybe if Marie Kondo isn't quite working out for you, this is another way to go.
The Conscious Closet, the revolutionary guide to looking good while doing good. I hope that this has about, like renting clothes,
cool.
Reusing, I hope, which is getting to be more of like a trendy thing to do, but also just smart.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think we're starting to realize how much like damage the amount of clothes we go through is doing. Megan Miranda, The Last House Guest. This seems so familiar, but I don't know if it's just because it has that look.
Looks like it's the look.
So it's about a vacation town in Maine, a friendship between a local girl and a summer girl, and then a death that is ruled a suicide, but I'm guessing it's more complicated.
The Lifelong Gardener, Garden with Ease and Joy at Any Age. I think that this is really good for our patrons.
And I think she has a lot of like ideas for, if you're having problems with your knees or your back. Or
join a community garden. Yeah. Oh yeah, this looks awesome. And the layout of it is like, I feel like really easy to just kind of browse through.
And another one that I think people will like locally, the deer-resistant design for your garden. So for people who are having a lot of... Wow, these are super fancy gardens.
Really fancy.
For people who are having a lot of trouble with their deer.
This is really the last one. But where do I put the couch? Oh, answers to 100 other home decorating questions. That's really nice. We do have an interior decoration section downstairs.
And I feel like this is like such a good title because whenever we are like rearranging furniture in the living room, we're always like, but where does the couch go?
So many colors. How do I choose? Which changes will maximize a small entry? About shelves, all kinds of stuff. And it's nice that they're pointed, like asking questions that regular people would be asking.
I think it might actually be based on a column of, I don't know. Anyways.
Come in and find out.
It's over. We'll see you soon.